Today I'm reading Chapter 9 of Zombified Larry Johnson X Female Listener. I hope you enjoy. You spent the whole day exploring further into the town. You stumbled upon a grocery store. Of course, you thought there was nothing. Every store you had been to was fully rotten food and zombies. There was never any electricity either. Guys, I think we should check and go see. I mean, there was electricity in other places here, so we have nothing to lose if we check. Todd commented, nodding his head towards the large building. We have a lot to lose. There's usually zombies. Larry protested. Not if there's electricity. We know now that zombies tend to stray away for unknown reasons, but they do. We'll be able to see if there's power before we even go inside. He corrected Larry with a snobby tone. You laughed at the conversation. Let's go. We're wasting daylight. Sal rolled his eyes, adjusting his prosthetic before trudging towards the doors. You all followed him and realized the doors were locked. The lights were on inside. Jackpot! Todd squealed. I told you! He stuck his tongue out at Larry. Give me a motherfucking rock. You grinned. Sal picked up a decent-sized rock, tossing it around his hands before tossing it over to you. You caught it in your free hand and chucked it at the door. Hit it hard, cracking it but not breaking it. Fuck that, Sal chuckled, taking his forbidden bat out of his backpack and swinging it as hard as he could. The glass flew everywhere. Damn, what'd that door do to you? Larry rolled his eyes, helping you inside. The lights were dim and flickering, likely a result of the bulbs not being switched for a long time. But it was enough to see by. Larry immediately looked to the right and saw a few rows of old shopping carts. Some were rusted and with mold by now, but a few looked stable enough for a person to ride inside. You turned your head to see Larry already grinning at you, the same idea in his mind. He quickly grabbed the shopping cart and held out his hand to help you inside. Your ride, milady? With his help, you hoisted yourself into the cart, half crouched and barely keeping your balance. You grabbed onto the sides and made yourself comfortable, facing away from the handles. What are you losers doing? You heard Sal ask a few feet away. Just a new turbo effect way to grab stuff. Trust us, we know what we're doing. You couldn't see either of them, but you suspected that Larry winked at them, and then started pushing you in the cart idly, like you would on a casual shopping trip while searching through the shelves. He grabbed a couple cans of food near the front, acting casual until Sal and Todd left his sight. All right, let's do this. Hold on tight. I don't want you falling out. Why don't we get some frozen food for tonight and in the morning before we head out? We should use the power at camp to our advantage. Todd strolled past you guys, his arms filled with healthy choices of soups as he slid them into the cart. Larry leaned in, his mouth close to your ear. You ready? He smirked. Sure, you said cautiously. He picked up one leg and pushed it down to the ground with the other. You both sped off down the aisle before coming to a stop not far after. He repeated the motion at least 10 times before you got to the freezer section. I'd fuck up some mozzarella sticks, to be honest, you said, grabbing those along with some onion rings and jalapeno poppers. Larry grabbed pizza, wings, the usual football type food. You also snuck some frozen fried rice and orange chicken into the cart. Sal and Todd came and chose their own things, tossing them into the cart on top of you. They made sure to get the usual hygiene shit and bigger backpacks. You all left the same way you came, ecstatic to get back to camp. By then, it was fully dark out. The skies were coated with clouds, hiding the stars from sight. a storm was coming by the looks of it. You hoped that you would be able to get back to the safe place before it hit. You brought the cart with you guys, but you were walking now. It was rough ground. The rough ground would battle you too much if you stayed in the entire way home. Larry and Sal were bickering about something, which flavor of Doritos were best or something, but you blocked it out. You fell behind a few steps, taking a deep breath of the cold air. You could smell the coming rain, rot, dirt, and some food that you acquired. Wait, rot? And the smell was strong too, like zombies had passed by recently. Hey guys? They didn't hear you at first. Sal and Larry were still arguing, and Todd was switching between egging one of them on. Guys! You called out, louder this time. This time, they turned back, silent now. Yasmin, what's up? Sal asked. Before you could answer, there was a small groan, a bit of right next to you guys. Somehow in sync, all four of you guys snapped your heads to stare at the single zombie hobbling your way. Oh shit. Alright, guys, let's hurry up. There could be a herd coming to pass through. And when it noticed us, it began limping quickly towards us. Sal took his opportunity and pulled out his bat once again and swung it. He let out a loud sigh as the zombie fell to the ground, making a loud cracking sound as the back of its head was on the pavement. God damn, you need some drugs or something to chill the fuck out. You muttered, kicking the zombie out of the way before continuing to walk. Well, sometimes I think you're not as smart as you seem. Todd shook his head, pointing behind Sal. What? He whipped his head around. Oh shit. Sal looked scared before an evil glint crossed his eyes. Target practice. He cracked his knuckles. Okay, Sally Faze, that's a little out of hand. There's at least 10 back there. You can't take them all out at once. Larry crossed his arms. Gangbang, you muttered, causing Sal to roll his eyes. We've already come so far, I don't think we should be risking anything. Todd said, pushing back his glasses. I think we should skedaddle. Skedaddle? Seriously? You leaned on Larry for support. Let's just go before more start coming. Todd sighed. Sal started pushing the cart quickly towards your new little safe house. The zombies, thankfully, weren't too fast, but the cart was slowing you down a lot. One of the zombies had started to get too close to you guys. Larry reached forward and grabbed some random can, green beans or something. He pulled back his arms and threw it at the zombies, hitting it in the head. The zombie stumbled back, causing a chain reaction, like zombie dominoes. You chuckled at the effect, the bumpy ground making you sound robotic. You turned to Sal, who had picked up the can of beans, which, who the fuck eats beans, and chucked it at another. You grabbed a can of peas yourself, turning to the side. You decided to have a little fun. You mean, you only live once. You opened the can, resulting in you chucking a handful at one of the zombies. A couple landed in its mouth, causing it to double over and gag. Damn, didn't expect that to work. With one final lima beans, Sal had knocked and distracted the last group. This is like scary bowling. Larry spoke his mind. You rolled your eyes, smiling at him. Sal was chuckling off to the side, and before turning to you. Alright, that should do the trick. Let's hurry up. We should have time to block the doors and open the windows once we get inside there. We did exactly that, barely blocking the last window when a small herd got close enough to be heard through the walls. Alright, time to eat. Larry pushed the cart into the kitchen where there was a fully intact microwave. That was surprising considering how wrecked everything else was in the room. You sighed peacefully as you watched the three boys stare deeply into the microwave as if their life depended on it. God, make sure to save some food for me, you teased as they were practically drooling in front of the microwave. They eventually finished preparing all the food along with some other drinks you had gotten. You were practically drooling over the wide array of junk food in front of you. You smiled contently. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Sorry if I was stuttering a lot again. I'm really tired. But, yeah, one more chapter, guys. That's crazy. One more chapter. I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Have a good day, night, evening, whatever. I love you guys so much. Goodbye.